Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They got me by the Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I run no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my bar's mine. My tracks flame like a dilute. I order blood on my tongue, thinking it's a raw blue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. To throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. A bunch of thinking in us, man, but you can't see me. You rather drink, they gon' pull up. I'm drinking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, come be brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I pour all the planks, you use Decepticons. Straight rappers to the streets like Cobra. 80s they can float, they like up in the stores and I'm E-Man. Up, down, down, then I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja Turtle rap, Turtle clans get defeated. High samurai, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A, and I bet you can stop us. LL bad when I go and show up. You can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on, everybody? This your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. And you're from the West Coast right now, go ahead and get up because you already know that the early bird gets the worm. And on today, I'm going to go over my thoughts on the Diddy documentary. What was surprising to me, what was not surprising to me, and also I don't like the victim blame or anything like that. At the same time, some of them stories didn't add up. Or, some of them stories, yeah. That's all I'm saying is, yeah. Yo. Anyway, so I'm going to just give you my thoughts or whatever on this and, kind of just like I said, just kind of get over everything that I kind of like after watching it, what I kind of felt or whatever. But man, that doc was wild. So hopefully you guys are. I'm looking at the comments. Hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant Reacts channel, which you already know how I do. The real question is,
Are you
Say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
all right, all right, all right, all right. Before we get started, let's see who is all in the house today. Lord have mercy. Hold on, hold on. Let me give myself, like, I don't feel like I'm in the middle. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, all right, all right, all right. Marley Mar, what's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Junior Network, good morning. Robin D, the admin, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Summer? What's up? What's up? And shout out to my folks in London. What's up? What's up? It's nice to see you back in the Chizat. Eric, hold on. Erica D, aka She Loves Fantasy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Man, Justice Notes. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, we gotta go there. There's a lot that while watching the documentary, I was trying to unpack. And I'm not as far as like criminally, what he's been charged with is what been charged with. What he's not been charged with, he's innocent from that. I'm not about to sit and do the double standards and accuse him or just be mad because I believe he did something or whatever. I'm not. What did the court of law? What the actual court of law say against this guy? Did they get him for X, Y, and Z crimes, or did they get him for this? If they got him for that, they got him for that. Obviously, they did not have enough evidence to prosecute him for nothing else, so that's what he got charged with. The antics and the people that was like, I still go and produce your album, boy. Goodman, I'm sorry. I'm just blessed that I'm not in those type of positions. No Diddy. So yeah. Savage Cabbage, what's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Chill, what's up, Chill? Diddy's gonna produce a Taco 50. How rich rappers do diss tracks. He's stupid. Oh man. Alvaro Rodriguez, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me see. Miss Roberta, the church auntie. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me see. Air Andre Ware, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Xavier Phoenix, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I did see a little bit of that. I did see a little bit of that. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Mrs. Woo Woo Woo, you know it? J. Carter, what's up? What's up? What's up? I haven't. Okay, so Okay, so this broadcast tonight or to this morning, for those who are in America, would not be as long as normal because I've been doing 2.5, 3 hour. I mean, 1.5, 2 hour shows, or maybe a little over that. That will not be that long. This would not be. It's probably going to be about an hour, honestly, for this show. I'm going to come back later on today. I'm going to try to get some sleep. I had a serious situation yesterday before I got on Blurred AF, and then even afterwards, trying to get everything together. But I seen the hustle takeover because I already said I was gonna do this Diddy conversation. I want to do it. I want to do it. At the same time, later on before I get up, and go to work because I gotta go to work. I want to get back on and talk about WB's hostile takeover because this immediately tells you, you know, why they want to do it. Why is it a hostile takeover? Why is that the only company? Why is it Comcast doing that? You know, why is they got rejected and now you want to just, well, I'm going to just take it. Pause. And we're talking about Diddy. So they want to take it over. Why? What is the valuable asset and who is the players at play and why do they want it? Why do they want to align themselves with this company? You know what I mean? With this particular company, they do not care about no studios, no movies, or nothing. So a hostile takeover after you've been rejected. Yeah, we gonna talk about that later. Uh Robert J, good morning, good morning, good morning. Uh Not my uncle so plays get loose. You that is not the that is not the song you want to play after watching that documentary. You know what I mean? So yeah, my man Sheed is up in here. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Yeah, we know why. We know why. We know who's in the background pulling the strings. You got to go to the James Carter a theory of detective work. You know what I'm saying? Follow the rich white man. And who is that rich white man who won his cut on the end? So happened to be in the White House. I keep telling y'all, they're trying to really push, to take over and it will for them to complain about left wing commentary to just take over and now make everything right wing commentary is crazy. Is I'm gonna get into that later. But anyway, before I get into that, let me shout out all my crew members because you guys are literally awesome, man. Let's go. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you know you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that have been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. So, go. Bye. All right. And if you don't want CEOs, all in the videos, come over here to the Dre Max show, man. It's just $2.99 a month. Uh and you could be able to check out exactly what we got going on over here. All right. Uh wait a minute. You gotta check out Raw Head Red. I kept my side of the deal. What? Oh man. Anyway, dancing. First of all, let me say this. I'm not going to let me just say, hold on. Let me back up. I never liked Sean Combs. Never. And it was really because I was in high school when the Biggie Pac thing was really, hitting off or whatever. But I will tell y'all off top. So I've been a Tupac fan ever since Same Song because I was a Digital Underground fan. I was a I was a kid doing the Humpty dance. For entertaining the grown folks. Me and my cousins would do the Humpty dance and all of that. At the at the family get together. That song came on, we was kicking it. And so I've always had an affinity for Pac. You know what I'm saying? He's my favorite rapper of all time or whatever. And you know, when I still remember like it happened yesterday. When Pac actually died, I remember they had an interview with Biggie and Puff, right? I never forget that. Never forget this. And, you know, Biggie was like, man, I heard Pac, you know, got shot. And I was like, again? And all I could think about is the Boondocks now when they say that. But, you know, he was like, you know, he'll recover. And then he was like, when he died, I was like, whoa. I've always just sat there and looked at Puff and his mannerisms or whatever and the way that he moved. I remember when Pac got shot in New York, you know, and the way that you know, everything kind of transpired with, you know, with that. But I was just like, we used to talk about it at school, like, man, I don't trust Puff. Just Biggie, I had no problem with. Biggie was an amazing talent. And I really felt that if Big would have cleared the air, like if Big would have just said, I ain't trying to, you know, I know what Puffy's trying to do. And now that I know how, you know, after watching this documentary, let me just frame it. This documentary puts Sean Combs as a master manipulator when it comes to business. And being honest with you, it's nothing different that I have not seen before from businessmen who are trying to get the most money out of a person, but not trying to pay that person either. You know what I mean? They're trying to get them to do whatever for them. And when they got to the Tupac portion, it made me really think, you know, back then when seeing the interviews and how Diddy just wanted to be the guy, it was like, your talent is right here, which is Notorious Big, Craig Mack, you know, 112, you know, was Total part of them too. You know, you got all this talent right here. And here is Diddy, just gotta be somewhere. Going back to the Source Awards, when, you know, when Suge said what he said. Now, Diddy, and I think it wasn't confirmed by Suge, but Diddy said that, you know, in that interview, I think he said it on Drink Champs or it was Revolt, that, you know, when Suge came up and said all of that, he wasn't talking about Diddy. But then Diddy came up, it was like afterwards. They said that Suge actually was talking about Jermaine Dupri and how Jermaine Dupri was you know, basically, you know, made the brat into, you know, his female Snoop Dogg, which was true. You know what I'm saying? I knew that when she came out with Funkdafied. I'm like, this sounds a whole lot like a female Snoop. You know what I'm saying? The mannerisms or whatever, the tone, the way that she was rapping. And back then, a lot of you could not steal styles back then. You couldn't just come out and be rapping and sound like somebody else is hot back then. You were called a biter. You know what I mean? You were literally biting this man's style. You know, and then one of the videos, I think is what do you do? One of them, you can see a fake Jermaine Dupri getting. This is I think it's a Dog Pound album, but you see like a fake Jermaine Dupri, you know, getting accosted outside of the little venue that the Dog Pound is at. You know what I mean? And a fake brat, like Snoop walks past a fake brat, and Jermaine Dupri is outside. Jermaine Dupri is outside, you know, of that. So he comes out and says, you know, it wasn't like that. We talked about that. And it was like, because they were cool, you know. But then also, I didn't know that Diddy hired, you know, the West Side 20 Crips to be able to be his bodyguards in LA. Now, I'm just gonna keep it a buck with y'all. When you go get protection in LA, I know this for myself. When you go get protection and you come into LA, you're gonna have to kick in. You're gonna have to check in. My auntie, my aunt who was married to my uncle, got married to my uncle you know, I think in the early mid 2000s. Well, her sister used to date Suge, right? And when I moved to LA, I moved to Compton. Uh, he came. I'm not. Oh God, it's like it happened yesterday. Dude comes out, the neighbor. Hey, cuz, what's up? I'm like nothing. He said, who are you? You Suge's people? Cause if I doubt, Suge used to mess with my auntie's sister. You know what I mean? And this is a straight Crip neighborhood. But, you know, it was a point in time. I did not know this at the time, but Pyrus were really beefing like hard. Did not know that. Now, at the time, they were messing with each other because Suge was the man for Death Row. You know, he was allowed to come in and out, but with a price. Put it more like that. So to know that, you know, Keefy D's people, you know, was the ones who was, you know, was giving that protection, the street cred to Diddy. Mad suspect. And to know that, you know, they tried to steal the Death Row chain. Pac seen dude. I still remember that. You don't take a documentary. Remember, I just seen this a million times. You already know that what happened after that. You know, Pac stomp out dude. The Death Row cat stomp out dude. You know, they caught Pac slipping. Pac and Suge slipping, and you know, Pac gets hit. You know, and Suge didn't. You know what I mean? And you know, and then for Diddy, because I still remember going back to Cali, listening to that song, and was like, "Hey, we're going back to Cali," and he was like, "Whoa," and knowing now he didn't want to go to Cali, and you basically set him up, and then you set him up. He loses his life. You basically had his estate pay for the funeral, and you become the guy. That's scandalous. I don't care with nobody. That's scandalous. And when I was watching the documentary, I was like, yo, hold up. Now, I would tell you, when I heard Big Papa, not lying, that was my joint. That was, man, they used to play that on BT all the time. They used to play Big Papa. They used to what was the other single? God, what was the original single? I forgot. But I forgot the name. But she's not, well, she's married. Okay, chill. I know you and I don't know how y'all do it in Canada, but if you married into the family later on with no kids, we call you. We nearly don't call you my aunt. I mean, you, the person who got married, is the aunt. Everybody else, I mean, that's just how my family works. Don't mean to disrespect nobody. That's how we identify. That's my auntie's sister. She's married into the family. You know what I mean? With no children. So sounds weird, but yeah. But yeah. So to know that, you know, Diddy didn't make sure that Big's mom was taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Like she should have been. You go on and tell everybody this your boy, this my partner, this, that, and that, yada, yada, yada. And then you take the money. What's up, Puma Lee? You basically take this money, you pocket. I mean, now when I talk about this, don't get it. Don't. Okay, I'm making a comparison, but I feel that it's a proper comparison. When you use a man's death to profit, off of Biggie passed tragically in LA. And then you make these songs and all of this, and I remember watching Every Step I Take, I Be Missing You. I felt really bad that Biggie, because I like Biggie. You know what I'm saying? I like Biggie's songs. It was tragic what happened between him and Pac. You know what I'm saying? But as far as an artist, I loved Biggie's songs. He had that. He was like, he was like the cool big dude. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? That's messed up that, he died in LA where he didn't want to go in the first place. And at the same time, I'm watching Puff make money off of this dude. That's the same thing where I was getting at when I was like, when it came to Black Panther Wakanda Forever, they didn't need to use a man's death to profit off of. That's all I said. So where I was getting at, one reason why I don't like that movie, not that it's not a good movie, is if it's not called Black Panther, it is an amazing movie. As a movie by itself, without the Black Panther anything, it's an amazing movie because it is a Black Panther movie. It's a horrible Black Panther movie, and they use Chadwick Boseman as a promotional tool to sell the product. I don't like that. And if you really look at it, Diddy did the same thing. Puff did the same thing that I call that man Diddy. Puff did the same thing years before. But it's no different because in the industry, you're better off as an artist, deceased than you are alive. That's one of the reasons why Prince was trying so hard, to own his music. You know what I mean? He was trying to own his music and all of that. Why? Because as soon as you're gone, they try to take you for everything that you got. We're looking, thank God for the Jackson estate. But honestly, Sony couldn't wait for Michael Jackson to pass. So I can't wait for to see actually are they going to go into the music industry's conversations after Michael passed, because we knew what he was going with going through with Sony and Tommy Mottola. Diddy's no different than Tommy Mottola. Wasn't paying his artists, but also being accused, of being the Harvey Weinstein of the music industry too. Now, I say accused because I got to get into some of the conversations, I'll get it. Okay. So his partner, I'm gonna just say, okay, the partner he started with, I don't know that, I don't have the documentary pulled up. Let me see. Let me sign into my Netflix real quick. Let me sign it to old Netflixy. But his partner, he said he started off with. Now, first of all, is it me or does Diddy, young Diddy, look like a fish? I said this last night. My man look like, I'm sorry, young Diddy look like a fish by the face. When a fish with teeth, like a fish, a weird looking cat. But when hold on, let me see. Go to the episodes. So okay, so let me just start off because I got this. I of course I'm not gonna play any footage on this. I'm not gonna try to get in trouble or whatever. But let me address something. The partner that started off with Diddy. I'm looking at this right now, and actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna just share my screen with this. Hold on. Let's transition over. Let's transition over real quick. While I transition over, let's stop and just have a quick commercial break for some biscuits because I'll be right back with more of the Dre Max Show.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Now you can own one of the greatest gospel albums ever on the rough side. With only giant hits and legendary stars.
Biscuit. I know it's the truth about it. I love. Oh, how I love this biscuit. Oh, how I love this biscuit. It is the best biscuit. I know.
This treasury is not sold in stores. And when you call the toll-free number now, you also get another entire album of all-time gospel favorites.
We now return to the Transformers.
All right. I you know what? Because I feel it in my spirit. I am gonna pull up this, and I'm gonna skip through. I'm gonna just, you know how I do. I'm not gonna play anything, even the Netflix sign. Not gonna play everything. Let me full screen this. What the hey ho. All right. So let's okay. Let's skip through some of this stuff. First of all, Diddy himself was out here. Again, like I said, Diddy himself wanted to be the guy. He wanted to be the talent. First of all, this is one of the least talented people I've ever met in my whole entire life. Trash. What's up, Eris? What's up, girl? What is up? I really wish I could see one. I keep telling y'all better check this out. I really want to see one of your shows too. I really do. What's up, DJ Game Boy? I don't think they'll dive too deep into Sony and Michael's battles for his master Paris seems upset with the production of the film because things are being left out to change the narrative, she said. And I listened to her and I heard her go off. But if we're going through Black Michael times, baby, you wasn't there. if you were going through Black Michael time, if we're going through Black Michael times, baby, you was not there. You wasn't there yet. What up, Pam? Enablers around, yeah, boy. But of course, I'm gonna skip through. But Diddy's one of those people that would do you dirty and act like, you ought to say, act like you owe him a favor. No, Mom, you did me dirty. You did me dirty. I got you, Eris, girl. You that's talent right there. That is pure talent. But again, like I said, what's up with Rashad Walker? I'm not gonna say Diddy's. I'm not gonna accuse Diddy of anything else because this is exactly what he was convicted of, and I'm glad they kept showing that. Everything else is just speculation. I'm not gonna be sitting up here like, I know he did it. I know he did this. I know he did that. I don't know nothing. I wasn't there. Don't want to be. I'd rather be in Derry than to be at Diddy's. Period. I'd rather be at Derry. You know what I mean? Rather me, Pennywise, the illegal white nation. Hey, where my house at, big dog? But I always thought it was crazy. Everybody kept saying, man, how did 50 get this footage right after he after he filmed it? And that was a great question. How did he get it? Now, Wavy Thames, what's up? Judah Ben Israel, what's up? What up? Good morning to y'all. Okay, so Kalina Harper, I ain't gonna lie, not 50 was there. Somebody paid big bread for that. That's what happened. 962 said Puffy is Pennywise. I'd rather deal with the real Pennywise than to deal with Puffy. That's all I'm saying. But Kalina, let's start off with Kalina. Kalina is, from what I gathered, I don't know this woman. I'm just giving my thoughts after reading this. Not saying it's true or not. Not saying it's true. But to me, honestly, I never even heard of Dirty Money until now. This is how disassociated I was with Bad Boy. Did not want anything to do with Bad Boy. I'm cool. I'm riding with Pac. You know what I'm saying? West Side on that. So after Biggie died, you know what I'm saying? And especially after what they did to Craig Mack. I knew what we did with Craig Mack years ago. You know what I mean? So, nah, I wasn't riding with Diddy, and I know people was watching Making the Band, couldn't stand. I like when Dave Chappelle made fun of it, but I wasn't watching that mess. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't watching that mess. Dude's trash. You know what I mean? Diddy's trash. Period. He's not a great artist at all. Nowhere close. He don't know music. He don't know nothing. He's literally thugnificent. When he was like, you like a musical genius, just without the ability or the know-how to make music, to compose or do music. This it. And Kalina Harper wanted to be the other girl from Dirty Money. What's her face? Because whatever Diddy and her had going on was cracking. Kalina wasn't a part of that. She was the odd woman out. And to me, she wanted to be a part of that. She wanted that paper. When she came to Diddy, you know what I'm saying? When she came to Diddy for that money, and he was like, no, after I've made music with you, I've done all of that, I would have, oh yeah. No, what you wanted to do, you wanted to be, I'm sorry, this is just what I felt. Not saying it's true. My feelings. Just my feelings. Nah, it felt like, I would have sold out my homegirl if it wasn't for you. You know what I'm saying? I would have sold out everybody. I would have sold, if you would have put me in the position that she was in, I would have did something. And you knew what was going on. You're not dumb. You hang around, dude. Everybody has hung around. Well, not saying everybody, but have you ever been at a job where you start hanging around certain people that's in position and you start to see how they really are? Kalina knew what was cracking. You not gonna have your homegirl, you and your homegirl is a part of this group, and you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Come on, dog. That's a hell of a face to make. That's a hell of a face to make. And that's literally what that's a hell of a face to clip on. That's a hell of a face. What? That's that's the face that I made when I heard what they were where they was drinking. I was like, ew, I would make that face like, ew, you're drinking what? But you can't tell me you ain't hung with some, exactly, that's the face. That you was hanging with people. And you didn't know nothing. You was just blind. You was just JoJo. JoJo don't know nothing, huh? JoJo don't know nothing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. What's up? EDZ Entertainment. What's up? Good morning. Yeah, I was watching this documentary with that face right there. is what I was watching the documentary at. Like, yeah, okay, you're telling me you didn't see nothing. Okay, all right. Word. All right, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? So this man Diddy, you know, they go back to his story, and honestly, look at this. Look at this. This is the dude y'all was scared. I would have beat the brakes off of Diddy. Yeah, I would have. I swear to God. I put that on everything I love. I'm surprised nobody put hands on this dude. I'm surprised nobody put hands on. You not gonna let this dude, this guy right here, you know what I'm saying? Nah. I don't care who he is. Diddy would have got hands. You would have had to shoot me. I mean, you know, have you noticed in this documentary that, okay. All right. Is that what you think, Alvin? If that's what you think, I'm just saying. If that's what you think, you don't know me, bro. You don't know me. Shit. Okay. I'm glad my brother ain't in here. I'm glad my brother ain't in here. Because so all I know is that I thank the Most High every day for changing my life. Is all I'm saying. I thank the Most High every day for changing my attitude, mentality, all of that in my life. Because I'm trying to tell you, we don't play like that. We do not play like that. And again, why you think, just think about it like this. There have been, in this documentary show, shooting after shooting after shooting after shooting after shooting that was around Diddy. But yet, this dude is somehow absolved of everything. Like, you don't know nothing. No, we're not trying to watch you dance, Diddy. So nobody don't know. Okay, that's what I'm saying. They were afraid of him because he had money and he had power. And, you know, let's just be real. He was at a point where he might be able. It's just knowing how Manhattan the district attorney's office was with Jonathan Majors. It wouldn't surprise me if Diddy was the type of dude who put money in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't surprise me if he did. I never knew of Mark Curry. I didn't know that he wrote some of the songs. So this was a lot of it that was on here was new to me. I honestly think that when they tell the story of Diddy's mom and his dad, I honestly think that that Diddy's mom was the bottom B. If you get what I'm saying. What up, Blue? I think she was the bottom B. You know what I'm saying? And his mom made sure everybody, all the ladies was doing they do, and his pop was a pimp. You know what I'm saying? That's what I honestly believe. You know what I mean? I honestly believe that. Now, his partner right here, forgot his name. I think they'll get to his name here in a second. You know what I mean? This cat right here. Right? This is when you again, you can't. I'm waiting for his name to pop up. This cat. You're not gonna tell me that the whole entire time Diddy was essaying you too, and you didn't put pause on cuz? You didn't put no pause on homie. You said his pop was a big dope dealer. I still think he was. I think he was pimping too. I think he was pimping too. Is that his name, Kirkborough? Yeah. I think he was pimping too. It's some feelings that I got. But you sell dope, pimp women. You know what I'm saying? Hustler. All right, look. Nobody had Paul. You let this dude right here, this cat in the middle, nobody putting paws on him. You telling me dude was doing this the whole time. You grown and you didn't put pause on Cup. No. No, I don't care how much. Again, this goes into the point where money ain't everything to me. If money make me turn a blind eye for fame and fortune, I'm cool on all of it. You know what I mean? I'm cool. You keep that. You keep all the money, the fame, the fortune. If it make me gotta toot it up, you know what I'm saying? And be quiet, I'm straight. Y'all can do. I'm not. You know what I mean? You ain't going just because you got money and you out here in the limelight doesn't make you a good individual. You know what I mean? Actually, it makes you the worst. Money actually shows you who people really are. Oh yeah, Erica D. Facts. But money just makes you, more who you are. Because trust and believe, if I had real money, I would have a whole building full of Transformers and Ninja Turtles. All of it, son. I have me a Knight Rider car. I wouldn't be no dick, but I'd sure have me a Knight Rider car. You know what I'm saying? Magnum PIs, Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? An 18 van sitting outside. It looked like a TV movie lot. Son, I'm rich. What's up, Max? But, I knew he was studying under Andre Harrell and all of that, and I know how the music industry is. But, again, you're not going to tell me, somebody, you waking up and somebody in your bed, somebody that did this or that, and you ain't put pause on them. Obviously, I'm sorry. If this happened for a while, that's not you were enjoying what's going on or whatever. And when he cut you off, now it's a problem. That's just me. And, RIP to Kim Porter too, because Kim Porter is gorgeous. Maybe Diddy got hands, fish face. Diddy was scared to death of Pac. Pac my size. You know what I mean? 5'9", 175. Pac my size. Why was he scared of Pac? You know what I mean? Why was he scared of Pac? He didn't want none of Pac. Matter of fact, I still remember that. I would have had the real superior for real. But I still remember, you know what I mean? Pac at his heyday, going up to certain place, going to New York and all of that. Still, what was happening? You know what I'm saying? Before he got with Death Row, literally Death Row was what, 8 months? Was about 8 months. By the time he got out of prison, from the time he actually passed, I don't even think it was over a year. I don't think it was a year. Nah, he didn't want none of Pac. Trust me. He didn't want none of Pac. He did not want none of Pac. And people knew it. Big knew it. He didn't want none of Pac. Pac was trying to scrap. You talking about a dude who shot 2 undercover cops and stared at him in court. And you think that, what is Diddy showing you that he just that guy that put paws on people? Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Nah, you better be glad Miss Roberta's in here, because it would have been a whole lot of cussing in here, because no. Ain't nobody scared of. They were scared of his power, money, and influence, because money money will show you who. If you're a man or a mouse, literally, it will show you if you're a man or a mouse. So if you got bread, just like anybody in the hood knows if you got the dude in the hood that is bringing money to the hood, as long as he's taking care of the hood, ain't nobody tripping. Ain't nobody tripping because he's taking care of the hood. But if he's trying to destroy the hood, but he still got money. You got people that's gonna cower to him, but you got people that's gonna go ahead and put some bullets in. I'm just saying, if you've been in a real hood, that's how it is. Ain't nobody. They were scared of Diddy because Diddy had money and influence. That's about it. Diddy could be like, I ain't gonna pay you, but I'll pay 10 racks to have you eliminated. And they gonna always get the money, period. But if Diddy had no money, Diddy would have been a guy hand. Man, I'm trying to tell you. So, no. Wasn't nobody scared of Diddy physically. They were scared of Diddy because Diddy had money and influence and could pay. You know what I'm saying? It could pay. That's it. Yeah, Diddy had hands for women. There's no point where you seen Diddy propose on no dude. But you know what I'm saying? They were saying he was doing it to Kim Porter. You know what I'm saying? They were saying that he was, you seen what he was doing to Cassie. But I ain't see him run up on no dudes like that. I seen Pac run up on dudes. Why Sean ain't doing run up on nobody? No. Poopa Lee stupid. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Didn't tell you TLC tell you with the song Creep. They said keep it on the down low. Yeah, they said that was my song too. Red Light Special was my song, boy. Woo! Hey, yeah, buddy.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
Think you wanna be my enemy.
I'll put it to you like this. Not J. Cole. J. Cole whoop. Yeah. What up, Rico? Hey, Rico. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat for me. Because this is my brother. This is my brother. My big brother. My only big brother. Tell him we would have stomped Diddy's ass out with no hesitation if Diddy would have came to us. They think because I got Transformers and Ninja Turtles that I wouldn't put all kinds of Paul's foot, all of that. Man, I'm trying to tell you, my brother would tell you, I thank the Most High for changing my attitude because I'm talking about go off in a heartbeat. It would not have a proper putting pause on Diddy. Boy, y'all better stop playing. Y'all better stop playing with me. Y'all better be glad I'm older now and wise. Cause Young Dre wouldn't have gave not 2-0. Not the 1 or the 2. I do not play. I'm just calm now. I got Transformers, Ninja Turtles, Super Nintendos to play. I'm not tripping off this cat. You know what I mean? It's not Diddy. Okay. Tim Dog. Because this is Tim Dog. Tim Dog was the catalyst. I didn't know that him and Tim Dog and Diddy was cool. But if you know the East and West Coast beef, Tim Dog dissed did he not? He didn't diss NWA. He dissed Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. It just California. He dissed California, period. Coming, you know what I'm saying? Because of the success, it was jealous. They were jealous of the success of LA and what LA was doing. And Tim Dog has the nerves to come out and diss LA. Then the Dog Pound did New York. They come out with LA. They think that he didn't diss the East Coast. You got to know your history, bro. Ice Cube, when he left NWA, went out and was with Terminator X. And first of all, he was with the Nation out in New York. He was with Terminator X and Public Enemy. They were the homies. You know what I'm saying? LA was whack. Yeah, I mean, am I breaking up? Hold on. Is my mic breaking up? Testing 1 2, testing. My mic breaking up? Yo, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 2 in the chat if you can't. Erica D said I'm breaking up. Oh, you're fine. Okay. Oh, okay. It could be your signal, Erica. But yeah, okay. Said the mic is breaking up. All right, trust me. There's I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah. But Bomb Squad, I said Terminator X. Terminator X was with hold on. Now you about to make me pull up the history. Hold on, because I got my phone here. But I know he was with hold on. Because I think hold on. No, yeah, no. He was with Public. I'm not sure. Nope, he was with their songs on America's Most that was produced by Terminator X on America's Most. I'm not tripping. I know my Cube. What am I? He's on my Mount Rushmore too. But I know he hooked up with the Bomb Squad, but he was with Public Enemy on America's Most too. Terminator X produced what's the song that he produced on America's Most? Now yeah, okay. Anyway, let's get out of there. Oh, you talking about West Side Connection. Okay. That's later. We ain't talking about then. We talking about the early 90s. Talking about early 90s that led up into the East and West Coast beef started with cats in New York talking crazy about California because they were jealous. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about because we go get sidetracked. We talking about Diddy. Now, my man Albie Shore was the definition of light skin. Debonair. And my man, first of all, I'm sorry, this dude is whack. He was listening like you sound like a jilted lover. But anyway, Diddy going after people's girlfriends is crazy work. It was to give you a hint, or give you it wasn't technically East Coast, West Coast. Technically, Tim Dog fired the first. For what I remember, Tim Dog fired the first shot in New York, and I think it was before. But I know Tim Dog had this song that was dissing Compton. You know what I mean? Hold up. Now y'all about to make me go there. Yeah, he came out with F Compton. That was the first shot. That was the first shot. Just out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? Compton over there minding their business. And Tim Dog, who nobody knows, is just in Compton. Ain't nobody majorly know who Compton is. They know who Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying, who Dr. Dre is. They know who NWA is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they dissed him. That's why they dissed him on Dre Day. You know what I mean? But that was the first shot. They was minding their own business. You know what I'm saying? But again, they did New York later. Tim Dog dissed them before that. But yeah. But I did not know. See, this is what I'm talking about. I did not know that Tim Dog was associated with Puff. Now that I know that Tim Dog was associated with Puff and all the problems that started, it sounds like Diddy was gaslighting. Is what it sounds like. It sounds like Diddy was gaslighting. Right? But because let's be honest. we know New York is the mecca, is the alpha of what we call hip hop today. We know that the East, New York, that hip hop started there. But you cannot take away the contributions that LA had on hip hop either, especially with dance and pop lock and all of that. You know what I mean? And their contribution to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You can't get at the Cube. Okay, let me give you some West Coast history. Cube and Dre beef. You got to remember when Cube left NWA, right? They came out with 100 miles of running, dissing Cube. Again, Cube was minding his own business. You know what I mean? Cube was minding his own business, trying to make America's most, and they made 100 miles of running, dissing Cube. Dissing Cube for no reason. That's why, No Vaseline came out. And then once after, they start, that back and forth and that happened or whatever. It is. 100 miles of running, real ends, all of that. Matter of fact, it was the EP. You know what I'm saying? It was the EP. You know what I mean? No, he already left the group. 100 miles of running is the EP, but real ends, because you know what I mean. I'm trying to keep it PG. Real ends was the diss track because he said no, he said we dropped one in because it was Benedict Arnold or something that he said, because I know that was written by Ren. You know what I'm saying? It was written by Ren. But so Q makes No Vaseline. A little bit after that, Dre talking to Suge, find out his publishing is trash, or he's not making the money because Jerry Heller and Easy is basically taking their money. That's exactly what Cube was saying in the album. Dre leaves NWA. Dre, links back up with Cube. Everything's all good because Cube and Dre was homies for forever. So yeah. But yeah, that's why Suge was like, let me see your publishing. Because Suge, even in this, I'll be sure it's talking about when Suge was his bodyguard, he was around the industry so long that he started to learn the industry. And that's the reason why he wanted to look at these people's publishing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it was like you can't really get mad at it. He clowned the hell out of him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but when you listen to just like UNLV when they dissed Mystical. Mystical was running around bumping it. He thought it was funny because they came from the same high school and it was just a friendly jab. That's why why do you think people were looking at Drake the way that they did? This is a friendly fade and you over here, you know what I'm saying, get mad. All right, I got something for you. So anyway, he was like, Janice Combs was contacted for comments regarding allegations that she was physically harmed by Sean Combs. She did not appear for requests. Again, this is and again, this is just me. I believe it's time for victims to come out immediately. Stop waiting. And the only reason why I'm saying stop waiting, because you're just now you're sitting on it because of who it is. What you sit on it, you know what I'm saying? You sit on it for so long that people start not to believe you or whatever. No, if this person's doing something, go tell somebody. Now I felt, sorry for this sister here. You know what I'm saying? Because her mama got the paper, wrote a letter about it. You know what I mean? You don't write no letter. It just, for that long, you're trying to get help, and I felt bad for her. But I want victims to start coming out, period. That's what I want. I won't pick yeah, exactly. A beating. Not only did Dre beat on his girl, but the girl that worked for MTV too. So, but I need damn holding on to it, because what happens is these people think that they're above the law. They think that they can't be touched. You know what I mean? And if it was my daughter, I felt really bad about this. though. I honestly did. When I was listening to it, I'm like, that's crazy. Now I really felt bad for her. But victims, start coming out. Start coming out now. Damn these people. They don't care about you. They do not care about you. We ain't even talking about Jerry's. We talking about Diddy. we talked about that last night. It was Cancun on 3 last night. We ain't even talking about. I got 3 Super Bowl. Look, I got to witness my Chicago Bulls, my Boston Celtics, my Kansas City Royals, and my Kansas City Chiefs win a title in my lifetime, and would have never thought the Chiefs won 3 out of 5. I'm cool. Trust me, I'm cool. Cancun on 3. Let's go have a vacation. But yeah, I need these people to start talking. You know what I'm saying? I need these people to start talking immediately, because damn, these people didn't care about you when they was doing what they was doing. They're out here, they're doing essay, they're doing all of this stuff. Do you think they care about you? What is to be afraid of? Is to get the evidence, get as much evidence as possible, and bury these son of a bitches. Sorry, I don't got anybody who does anything freaky and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying, the people, whether whatever it is, you drugging people and doing something, I ain't got no love for you. No. Let's go out there and get, you got the evidence, let me go set you up. I'm setting you up, because you ain't about to do this and I'm about to just be afraid of who you are. Nah, damn, or I'm gonna put hands on you. But again, I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what it feels like to be a woman. I'm not a woman, and I'm not speaking for women, to tell them what they, do this or else. I'm just saying, if you're afraid, let's tell somebody, and let's get these cats. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring these dudes down. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like this with all these allegations. The allegations would be allegations if you got the evidence. All right, you want to do something? I'm all about setting them up. Let's go. How can we get enough information to get creeps, freaks, and people like this off the street? Period. What can we do? Because what I told y'all, I'm about standing for my people, especially for my sisters. But I also need my sisters to be out, to come out here and tell somebody when stuff like this is going. This do-rag is killing me right now. But when cats like out here is doing something like that, we need to be able to damn the lawsuits too. I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Yeah, lawsuits and all of that. Yeah, I dig that. Let's do the lawsuits, all of that. But can we get some brothers together to put hands on them first before we get the law involved? Let's make sure that these cats know not to do this to women ever again. Let's do that. I'm my brother's keeper. I'm also my sister's keeper. But if cats is out here doing stuff like that, why can't we go in? Why can't we put hands on them? Why can't we do that? Why can't we put hands on them? Then we turn them over to the law, and let's see if you do it again. Real talk. Real talk. Put hands on him, put B to A, and let's see you do that again. Because honestly, you know what? I hear when you hear these stories about what is going on and all of that, a lot of times the women don't have strong men behind them. I'm just being honest. A lot of strong men that they could turn to, that would just put foot ass. I'm sorry. And I think that's what I hear a lot of the times. Like, you ain't got no uncle, you ain't got no brothers, you ain't got nothing. And most of the time, some of these people out here alone. But you gotta be able to say something to somebody so we can be able to do something about it. Do not sit on that. Don't be so afraid. What support system can you get to so we can be able to bring these dudes to justice? Period. What can we do to bring these dudes to justice? Now, also, can you're not gonna take my girlfriend or a girl that I used to talk to, you dirty Mac me. I'm getting ready to put I'm ready to put pause on you, and you be like, listen to Biggie's album, and that makes it better. Nah, son. Nah, son. I thought about that during this. I want to skip past a lot. I want to get to the hold on. Sorry. Let me get to the hold up. Is this man juice? I think too. Yeah, go around the court. Nah, son. Hold up. I wish I could literally play this documentary without getting in trouble. But I want to get to the girl from day is let's be real. Can I keep it a buck with y'all for a moment? Some of the conversations here with some of the women on here, I wasn't buying, because it just seemed, because I just believe that some of the women was wanting to be in the spot where either Kim Porter was at, where Cassie was at, all of that. Oh yeah, this cat. Hold up. Hold on. So you telling me this is the gigolo y'all went and got, and Diddy was letting this cat right here not only bump your girl, but y'all was drinking his juice too? Gross. And somebody put on it was either Threads or X, like what did Diddy see in him was hilarious. But yeah, this is who y'all was. What is going on? I still think that this is like, there was a lot going on. He looked like Dave Chappelle. That's wild. But all the you telling me all? I honestly believe some of them like to party, and they wanted to be in the spot next to Diddy, because at least if I'm partying with dude, if I put myself in position, I can get what I really wanted out of this deal. Everybody was looking for their hand up because they was trying. I'm sorry, not everybody, but there were some people that was in this documentary, honestly, that were mad because they wasn't in a position that they thought they were going to be in with Diddy. Let's just keep it a buck. They thought they were going to be in a position. They wasn't in that position. And now all of a sudden, I got a problem. Except for this, except for my man was having the greatest time for what, 10K? And it was like, man, we were go for hours. This cat this cat right here was the lucky recipient. You not trying to diss nobody, but all I'm saying, this was the gigolo y'all picked. My man looked like Devin the Dude. Like real talk. Y'all got Devin the Dude's little cousin to come in and drowning him, put baby oil all over y'all. Y'all talking about the honey sauce. He was drizzling in baby oil. Oh. I'm just, man, this is wild. I'm sorry, I never want to be this rich. And honestly, when he was talking about making this commercial, he was like, he was picked because he looked the way he do. That man looked like Devin the Dude. Y'all need to pull up a picture of Devin the Dude and go back and look at cousin. Yeah. But I don't know. I guess. You know what, Pam, you're right. Because if somebody looked better than him, because he was already tripping in the documentary, they was saying that he was tripping, talking about what? You know what I'm saying? Is his D bigger than mine or whatever? Now he makes this whole video off of his fantasy. No, that's what they were really doing. And that's what I'm saying. And when Cassie came out, I was like, and said what she said, you know, about what was going on and stuff like that. I was like, let's be honest, she was complacent until she couldn't take it no more. She was complacent until she couldn't take it no. It was drizzling the oil. You know what I'm saying? Drizzling the oil. And again, you're around a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who can literally, who can literally with one check change your life financially. But is it worth getting drizzled in baby oil and ecstasy? You know what I'm saying? Waking up with a sore bum bum? Is it literally that deep? Facts. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And Diddy didn't want to go out with the people until he was in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to go out there with the people. When you wasn't in trouble, you wasn't out with the people. You was out here, you know what I'm saying, shaming people. All of that. You know what I'm saying? Meek Mill's out here bunny hopping. I got no respect for Meek Mills. None of that. No respect. You out here bunny hopping, all of that with this dude, and no. You know what I'm saying? With the elite and all of that. Nah, I'm cool. I'm straight. And that's what I'm saying. You know, a lot of these cats are complacent. They want to be in that spot. They want the money. They want the fame. They don't give a damn how they got to do it until they got to give a damn how they get it. That's all it is. They don't care who gets, you know what I'm saying? They don't care who gets hurt, who's made fun of, all of that. As long as I can be out here, as long as I can go get me a cat. Cassie's a beautiful girl. If I could get me a Cassie, I ain't tripping. If I could get the money, I ain't tripping. I got paper. I could go see, you know, a lot of us come from some of the worst, some of the worst environments. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gotten a lot for some black people in this day and age. It got a lot better than the cats who grew up in the 70s and 80s. It got a lot better. You know what I'm saying? For the cats that grew up in the 70s and 80s than it is in right now in 2025. There's a lot more people doing better, you know, in life than it was the people that was coming from the 70s and 80s. You know what I mean? And you can make your money, but is it so these people that was coming up, that was looking for that fame and fortune, as some of them seem worse than the white people they complain about in that industry. And I'm just being honest. I'm just keeping it a buck. So when I look at a Diddy, I don't feel any type of way. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel any type of way for this dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna play this because this pisses me off. Because somebody could have put foot in the ass of Diddy because he's over here beating his girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to stop it there because I ain't gonna lie. This makes me feel a certain way. Because I'm from the thought where, you know what I'm saying, if you got to put your hands on your girl just to be putting, I'm not saying she smacked you and you got to defend yourself, or she over here trying to beat you up. Not saying that. But if you just actively putting your hands on a woman, you a sucker in my book. You know what I'm saying? You a goofy, straight goofball. And I feel like the you know what I'm saying, the homies need to put foot, you know what I'm saying, put foot's ass on you. That's what I feel. Period. Point blank. You a straight goofball if all you can do, you ain't gonna fight no dudes, but you over here putting your hands on a woman. Goofball. You need that work. You need that work. Period. You need all of it. Because I'm just keeping a buck with y'all. I'm not trying to brag, boast, or nothing like that. But the type of cat that I am, and this is real talk, if I got to do all of that with a woman, if it takes me doing all of that, baby, there's way more women out here than men. I'm gonna go find me another one. I'm not about to sit up here, and if I gotta sit up here and I would leave you. I would leave you, go get with somebody else before I have to put my hands on you. If I got to do all of that, baby, I got to go. But a lot of these goofies can't control their emotions. They can't control their insecurities. So they got to sit up here and put their hands on a woman. Goofball. Straight goofball. I ain't got no love for them. Period. Because if you got true game, then you could be able to talk to your woman in a respectful type of way. If y'all can't understand where each other is coming from, you can't be able to understand what her plight is, and if y'all can't come to a solution, then leave. But if you can't leave and all you want to do is force her by putting your hands on her, dog, you need that work. Sorry, you need that work. Because it's plenty of women out here to be in a domestic violence situation, putting your hands on folks. And ladies, real talk, real motherfucking talk. Go get you the heat. Go get you the heat. I guarantee you he won't put his hands on you after that. If there is even an inkling of this man, why are you there? Go call the police. Don't be so afraid. Don't think. And if they won't do it, the heat will. Trust me. The heat will. Because you put a couple slugs in him and asked him, would you hit me again? See his tune change. If you got brothers, cousins, male figures, uncles, hey, let a group of us go over there. Let's tune him up. We got to be each other's protector. Period. Oh, I'm about that. I'm sorry. I'm about that work. I'm about that work. I don't like no man putting their hands on no woman. I don't. And I feel like women don't put yourself in that position either. Take accountability. Don't think you could just whoop this man. Don't be putting your hands on no man either. Because we're better together than separated. But if you feel like you got to put your hands on somebody, man or woman, bounce. There's plenty of other. Be by your damn self. If you can't get it together with somebody, be by your damn self. Don't put yourself in a position where your actions, your feelings dictate your actions, and it's not logical thought. Put yourself in that position. Bounce. Do what you got to do, especially if you got kids. Do what you got to do. Call the police. Put your cameras up, ring cameras, all of that. Get it all on footage. Or click. And dare them to do something again. Sorry, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do to protect yourself. Because at no point in time, should you get so riled up in your emotions that you got to put your hands on somebody. Period. Just saying. That's just me personally. Just me personally. Again, that's their situation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad I'm not Cassie people, because I don't give Diddy or whoever. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me go to a commercial break. I'll be right back with more of the Dre Mack Show.
Knight Rider will continue in a moment.
Them biscuits I smell, Mom.
That's my Hungry Jack.
Tommy takes one of them. Them my biscuit. Them my biscuit.
Switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Does a 10-pound bag of flour make a really big biscuit?
All right. Who got a 10-pound of flour so I could make me a biscuit? Gluten-free flour. Who got it? Anyway. But that's just my thoughts. I didn't want to, go all on the deep end, but I just, you just got to be careful out here, man. It's a lot of weirdos. It's a lot of weird stuff going on. You just got to protect yourself. That's all. You just got to protect yourself. Damn, I got that many orders. Jesus, Lord have mercy. I need to eliminate my orders. I'm sorry. But yeah. Anyway, now drop it sounds like a Puffy song. No, that sounds better than what Puffy was doing. But yeah, but I gotta do what I gotta do. But I'm about to get off of here. I'll try to be on later on around 4 to discuss my thoughts on the hostile takeover of Warner, what Paramount is doing. It's wild. So I'm going to you already know what it is.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
I'm about to try to wrap this thing on up. Well, I am going to wrap this thing on up and get up out of here so I can see y'all later on. Thank you again for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Mack Show. Have you seen the Diddy documentary? Are you drinking the juice? No, Paramount for the win my ass. No. And no. You said Paramount will win the hostile takeover? Because I'm trying to tell y'all, all right. Yeah, F Paramount, F the as a staff and as a mother, your crew. And if you like Paramount, you too. Chino XL? Nah. All right. Trump's gonna steal that. All right. I'll see y'all later on. Thank you so very much. Put in the comment section what you think about the Diddy documentary, or if you've seen it, go watch it, check it out, come back here and tell me what you think. All right, then I'm gonna get out of here. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'm gonna holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe power, man. I'll holler at y'all later. Where's my outro at? Because you already know. Where's it at? Butter biscuits drizzling, baby. Oh, I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and Bob Hire, y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves.